Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for part 2 of the Halloween Extravaganza movie reviews season 1 recap video. And like I said, this is for part 2 of the video. So sorry about the ding as well. It's from Facebook or whatever. It's my Facebook notification thing. It does that a lot. I'm going to continue where I left off for which I'm going to discuss hopefully from 12 to 22 and let you know what I thought of each movie. So let's start with episode 12, which is Happy Death Day. Now, I reviewed it like a little bit ago, like in the middle of October, I guess you could say. And this was a pretty good movie. Probably not the best, but it was good. The way she keeps dying every day and has to figure out who's killing her and all that. It's like a mystery horror / thriller movie, and it's not too bad. But yeah, that was the movie I reviewed. If you want to go check it out, I think I did a good job on it. Sorry if I feel like I don't really want to talk too much. I'm just tired, and I gotta hand out Halloween candy in a little bit to some kids, because I did get to get some Halloween candy, and tonight I'm gonna be handing it out to kids and all that, but that are in my neighborhood, of course. But yeah, episode 12 I did was for Happy Death Day, and definitely go check out my review if you haven't seen it. Episode 13 I did was for Get Out. And that was a pretty thrilling movie. It was a thriller movie, and there was a lot of bias and all that in this movie, with the white people saying black is in fashion, and I'm like, that's just so wrong, the way you said it. But still, the movie, it got pretty suspenseful. I said suspenseful by accident. Suspenseful. And it was enjoyable. And the ending to the movie was pretty good too. It has an alternate ending. If you have seen Get Out, then you know that he almost kills his girlfriend. Or I wouldn't say his girlfriend, because she was pretty much part of the people that were kidnapping him, of course. And it's pretty messed up. But yeah, episode 13 I did was for Get Out, and I really enjoyed that movie. So definitely go check out my review for it if you haven't seen it, for the Halloween Extravaganza movie review, episode 15. And yeah, episode 14 I did was for Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. And this one was pretty gross. I hated the cockroach one. I was like, ew, where the girl turns into a cockroach. That shit gives you nightmares. You can't deny that. It just gives you nightmares like that. I'm like, even watching it, it just was like freaky as fuck how she turns into a cockroach, and it's really gross. But the other kill scenes, I think a few got creative, but I think the cockroach one was the most creative one that I've seen in this movie. For majority of these movies, there were some other creative ones, and some gross ones, but yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master was good, and definitely go check out my review for it if you haven't seen it. Episode 15 I did was for Vampires vs. the Bronx. That was a bad movie. I just didn't like it. It was just boring, mostly. I just couldn't like it. And if you watched my review, you know that my opinion's probably not going to change for it. I just personally didn't like that movie. And it's kind of a shame because I was hoping it'd be interesting. There were some funny moments in the movie, but the rest of the movie just drags on, and the CGI and how it's showing the vampires flying, that was terrible CGI work and all that. Uh, but yeah, pretty much Vampires versus the Bronx was a bad movie. Definitely go check out my review for it, because I kind of lay it in with what I thought of the movie. Uh, Episode 16 I did was for The Red Dragon, and I really enjoyed it. It was actually not too bad of a movie. It was good. Had some boring spots in the movie, but it's kind of the same concept as Silence of the Lambs, but with this guy finding the, what is it? I can't remember because it's been a little bit since I've seen the movie, but I did enjoy it. Ralph Fiennes is in this movie as well, or Ralph Fiennes, or if I'm pronouncing it right, I'm not sure. But it was a good movie. There were some moments in the movie that kind of felt stale, but I think it executed pretty well. Uh, so episode 16 I did was for the Red Dragon. Definitely go check out that review if you haven't seen it. Episode 17 I did was for Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. And I think the first kill scene with Dan getting killed, it was gross. How he just transforms into this bike rider that looks ugly as fuck. It's just really gross how Freddy just transforms his whole body into like a monster, and it's really gross the way he goes out. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this is gross. But the rest of the movie, I think the comic book scene was a favorite part in the movie, where Mark gets killed by Freddy Krueger. I've seen these movies multiple times, but I gotta say the ones with Robert Englund in them are great. And yeah, episode 17 I did was for Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. I did watch the part where the girl Greta gets her mouth full of food and all that, and that was really gross. I was like, ugh, this is a gross one too. But yeah, like I said, episode 17 I did was for Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. Episode 18 was for Silent Hill Revelation. That was just a disappointing movie. I thought I was gonna like it, but it had a bad script, bad acting, and from the main character, bad piss poor acting. I didn't like it. But Kit Harington was okay in it. Wouldn't say great, but okay. Not the best acting I've seen from him in that movie, but it was okay. And Sean Bean in it did an alright job playing as his character. So yeah, Silent Hill Revelation. I just gave it a disappointing rating of a 5.5 out of 10. And definitely go check out my review for it, because it is a disappointing review. Not to say that I reviewed it badly. I did a bad job reviewing it. I just was saying it's not a good movie. But yeah, episode 19 I did was for Saw 2, and that was a pretty decent one. It wasn't great, it was just average. How Jigsaw's pretty much playing a game with these criminals and one innocent. that was guilty of doing something, and then he got his daddy to get him out of trouble and all that, who's a cop. And sorry about the ding, this phone always does that. And yeah, Saw 2 was not a bad one. The endings to each Saw movie are great. So yeah, episode 19 I did was for Saw 2, so definitely go check out that review. Episode 20 I did was for the third Saw, Saw 3, and the way John Kramer dies at the end of the movie is as well, Tobin Bell playing as John Kramer in the movie, or also known as Jigsaw. He does die at the end of the movie, and that kind of screws with how the rest of the other films are going to play out, but it was still enjoyable for what it was. It was a average movie. Episode 21 I did was for House of a Thousand Corpses, and that was just bad. That was just horrible. I hated that movie so much. It just had no happy ending. It was just sick and gross and vile and a piss poor fucking movie. So yeah, definitely check out my review for it, because I don't think I did a bad job reviewing it, but there was some hate towards the video, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. But yeah, episode 21 I did was for House of a Thousand Corpses, and finally, the final episode I did was for Nightmare on Elm Street 6, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Well, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare is what it is, and that was a pretty good one. I really liked the Nightmare on Elm Street ones that I reviewed for this season. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do the other two till like next season. The Freddy vs. Jason and Wes Craven New Nightmare. So, yeah, you guys are probably going to have to wait a little bit for another year, but yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the both part 1 and 2 for Halloween Extravaganza movie reviews, and if you, for the season 1 recap video, of course, I was forgetting to say that, sorry about that. And if you like these two videos I made for Halloween Extravaganza movie reviews, season 1 recap videos, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for not another part, but a movie review in a little bit. I gotta see where I'm at. If I don't do the child or whatever it's called, like Come Play movie, I think it's called. It's probably gonna be tomorrow, because tonight I gotta hand out candy to trick-or-treaters and all that. So I'm probably gonna be a little busy tonight. So if I don't come at you sooner for that review, for the movie review for Come Play, expect it tomorrow morning or something like that. But thank you for watching these two parts for the recap videos of Halloween Extravaganza movie reviews. I hope you enjoyed them. Sorry that this video's freaking long. Very fucking long. Definitely stay safe. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.